All right. So let's refresh this. There. Okay. All right. Let's see. Nothing's streaming from here, so hello, can everybody hear me? I've got some slight technical problem going on here, but I'm still just trying to figure it all out. But I can see you on this other chat over here, so I apologize that I'm really far away, but I've got you here and I can see you all jumping on. Merry Christmas to everybody, and it looks like we're going to get a great Christmas as well. I'm just going to move the camera slightly, and then we can jump in. So how does that sound? Can everybody hear me okay from over there? So I'll just set this up right now. I can just jump onto this here. I'll be slightly delayed, but there we go. I can now see all the chat from this screen here. Yes, you can hear me. The music's not too loud. I'm not listening to it on my phone here. So, yes. So we're almost there. It's that time again. It's Christmas has come early, where we're almost got 200,000 subscribers, which is so ridiculous. There we go. I've got the counter up on screen and we're ready to celebrate. So if you guys have any questions for me here at Found and Explained, and I'm sorry that this camera lens seems to be so wonky with the focus, you can tell I'm a little bit flustered. I'm a little bit flustered because I was actually at the gym. I just arrived at the gym to sit down and just do a workout. And then it was a little bit... Huge technical problem there. I hope people enjoyed that. That's what happens here at the studio. So basically, this is happening really fast. So I apologize for that. That is not professional at all. Well, this is really is a crazy thing. So let's just see. One sec. That's why you don't have the cables crossed, so you don't have that sort of goof going on. Let me just check the sound levels. The sound levels should be really high. So if anybody's complaining, just let me know just in that. So let's answer some questions as we do the major countdown. We have 12 subscribers left until we reach that thing. So basically, the first question is from Dominique. What was my favorite video to make? I really enjoyed making the space plane video. So that was the video where they designed a space plane of gigantic proportions, the Rockwell space plane, to go into orbit to develop entire power plants in space, like solar power plants bigger than New York. And they wanted to build, I believe it was 80 of them. And so they required a fleet of about 25 of these space planes. Can you imagine if that had actually been built? Like the space planes and the power stations? We would have entire orbital cities right now. Like a place, you know, thousands, tens, maybe 100,000 people in low Earth orbit all living up there. And it's just such a shame that it never happened. So yeah, Captain Blog is very uncomfortable with sort of the energy that we've created in the chat today. It's very high energy. Look, we're 9 people away. This is really quite crazy. So my favorite aerospace craft was probably the favorite aerospace craft. I really like. What's a good one? I mean, I like the ones that are just really kind of zany and wacky. I like the plane submarines. How the military keeps coming back to the idea of having a aircraft. Wow, the focus is really whack, isn't it? It's got automatic focus on. That's why, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, that's really bad. How do I? I'll have to go into the settings to switch that off. So let's not do that just now. If it's going to focus on me. No? Okay, well, guys, you're going to have this seizure that's going on here. But pretty much it is a... Oh, it's going up. It's getting close. Yeah, so submarine aircraft. And I find that just fascinating that you're trying to design a plane that's also a submarine. Like, it's such a pointless military or civil application, but they keep coming back to it. And there's been 3 different versions proposed over the last, like, probably 4 different versions over the last 60 years. So, what projects are you looking forward to? Are you planning to collaborate? Yeah, so I've got a collaboration coming out next week with Pilot Photog, which you'll have to check out when it comes out. So I'm really excited about that. Mr. Wallace says, wow, this channel is really growing. Yes, it definitely is. I'm so excited and so impressed how much this channel has actually grown. And it's really been this massive, like, I think it's like 100,000 subscribers in 6 months, which is just mind-blowing. I can't believe that it's that sort of interesting that you guys are all subscribing, but I thank you so much. Like, truly. I know I don't know if I sound genuine or not, but I really am. So I'm always scared about coming across as like fake or something like that, but you know. Okay, so what do I think of the Super Guppy? I think it's great, and I wonder if anybody's checked out my video on the Super Guppy that I have on the channel. Only 12,000 people have. It's actually one of my worst performing videos. So if you want to see all about that, then have a look for the video called Chonk Airlines. I'll do a different thumbnail in future. Have I heard of Project Orion? Yes, I have. So I have actually seen that where it launches bombs behind it to push the spacecraft into orbit. But I'm not sure how space really goes on the channel, if I should do spacecraft or if I shouldn't, because I've been really focused on sort of planes at the moment, although I did do a train video last week, which really went, well, 2 days ago, not last week. That's how crazy and frazzled I am at the moment. Yeah, but really did very well. So maybe there is an avenue to explore other things apart from aircraft, which is kind of like, thank goodness. So I've discovered if I stay very still, which is very hard when you're this caffeinated, that you actually, the camera shouldn't be trying to autofocus anymore. Although it keeps switching profiles, as I can see there. It keeps freaking out various things. Oh, wow. So we've got 71 people watching. Oh, no, if I look away, it changes. Sorry about that. Have I heard of the project B Blackbirds? No, I haven't. I should do a collaboration with Yarn Hub. That's not the first time people have said that. I'll reach out to them and see what they think. But a lot of people sort of do have suggestions with that. Have you heard about that we might have C-130 seaplanes? Yes. See, the C-130 seaplane project has actually been around for a very long time. They also had ideas to attach rocket boosters to the C-130 to make it fly, and also turn the C-130 into a hovercraft, believe it or not. Like, as in like James Bond going across and then taking off into the sky, which is all very strange. I'm just going to try and see if I can change the camera mode on here. Is it going to let me? It doesn't let me. Oh, no, here we go. So sorry about this, guys. I really did just jump straight onto the show today. There you go. There's manual. So hopefully it shouldn't be freaking out too much, although I am very, very soft. So we'll just move that there. Is that uncomfortably close? Are we getting a little bit too close to the camera? That's all right. It's Christmas, and I'm Saint Nick. No, I'm kidding. All right. Do I have? Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of people who are jumping in with a lot of different sort of things. So YF23. Oh, am I 3 subs away? Oh wow, we're getting close. So we've got 5 more subs till we reach 200,000. Can I talk about bombs on my channel? Well, look, I think that I could do like different bombs. I could do different sort of aircraft. There is a lot of different ways to go with the channel, and I really do want to expand in different things. I saw someone did missiles, like the Sidewinder missile, and they got like 1 million views on that. And I just find that fascinating that literally on YouTube, there are so many different things that you can look up. So I realized that the train from Snowpiercer is based on the German train. Yes, so Snowpiercer, and I believe it's called Love Train or something like that, or Future Train or Mega Train, was a NBC show that was also based on the Nazi concept of the train. Now, before you guys get excited about the Nazi concept, there was a dark side that I didn't mention that I figure like maybe right now that I'll say. There was actually a slave car on board, and everybody who was working on board the train was expected to be slaves, and very likely they would have used the train to also send undesirables to working camps and extermination camps. The Nazis were bad people. I want to make that very clear, and this train wasn't going to be used for good. I think the train design would have been fantastic across Europe, especially today for freight handling, but I can't say that at the time it would have been a great idea. Oh! Yay! 200! We got it! I was too busy answering questions about Nazis and slaves that I didn't see it. There we go! 200,000 subscribers. Can you believe that, guys? Like, wow! In 2 years, I have reached 200,000 subscribers. I'm like, my breath is taken away. That is seriously the most outrageous thing that I've ever seen happening, and now we're already eight more subscribers, 208. Like, I'm incredibly thankful, you know, because without you guys watching the videos, and like, I think half of you have given me the ideas of what to make next, and that's what's really grown the channel. So we're really growing this channel together, and I gotta say, the significant majority of you are very positive, and so when I read the comments, and I do try to read as many as possible, it's really inspiring, and that's what gets me up in the morning to sit down and actually make this content. So I really want to say to you all watching right now, and anybody who watches this on a live replay and has a stroke from how the camera's operating, thank you so much for watching. And I mean that genuinely. At the end of every video, the last thing I say is thank you so much for watching. And really, again, because it's incredible that I'm able to do this for a living. Like, this is my full-time job, doing crazy projects from the past that it never happened. I don't make a lot. Like, I live here in a 1-bedroom apartment with my partner, but you know, it's that. Otherwise, I'll be working in a shop, and I think that's just a dream come true. You made a dream come true for one poor little Australian. So thank you again so much. So I'll just jump back to the chat after that. Oh, we're already at 211. I do wonder when we'll pass 300. Because in 6 months to get 100,000, I've never seen anything like it. Like, that's a crazy trajectory. Like, I feel like I'm one of those Minecraft streamers who's, you know, constantly, you know, like Dream or something like that, who does like a video and they get 1 million views, but we're just slowly going up and up and up. Yes, so 100K subs was 6 months ago, and that's where I got this. So this is my 100K plaque where I got for Found and Explained, and I did a whole video on my channel all about that and it really is great. Can I do a short video about the turbofan engine? I really should do a video about engines and engine design, because I think it's now I have more knowledge. I was always scared of it, but I think if I write the right script just for 8 minutes just talking about it, I think it'll go really well. People who are asking for another tank video, the P1000, that's in production. So that's coming out soon. I just need to... it may actually come out sooner because I might have to shift around my little schedule and make that. How do I feel about my most popular video is at 3.9 million views, the Lockheed Superplane. That's insane. Australia only has 25 million people, and are you telling me that statistically, like 1/5, or was that 1/6? I would say 1/6 of Australia's population has watched it. Like, there are cities with less than 4 million views. Wow, to have that impact, to reach that many people is just like the miracle of what YouTube is. Do I remember you, Ryan, from 99K? Yes, I do. I do remember you. Kept asking if I would remember you from before that. Can I do more nuclear experiment or explain stuff? I do need to do that. And there is a tank that is... thank you so much for joining economy class, Bradshaw. You can check out right now, if you become a channel member or a Patreon, the next video is sitting there ready for you to watch today, and it's a pretty fun one. So go check it out if you like. Yes, the voice... Yeah, if you haven't seen my face before, it's not everywhere, but it is on the channel. This is like, face reveal, ta-da, this is what I look like. I think I did the face reveal as the 50K special, but for some people watching, they see this and they go like, oh my god, it's the face reveal, and you're like, yeah, I have a face, I have a public profile. I always feel that there are plenty of other creators who make great stuff, but there's no personality behind it, and I do try to inject as much personality into my videos as possible, because I feel like that's what kind of makes me different from other channels that use 3D models to describe aviation projects. So I'm always trying to look for ways to be different and evolve the space, rather than being seen as someone who is greatly inspired by perhaps other channels. Hypergalactic is asking a question. How are you? I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. And someone else says, I'm quite handsome. Thank you. The lens is making my nose look very big, but I don't have any thank you. I'll just say thank you. I don't know what to say to that. So what do I use for my 3D models? So I actually use Blender to make all of my 3D animations, and Blender is probably a program that is like, what you put into it is what you get out. And I've actually been working really hard to develop new techniques as well as new technology. So if you guys like, I'll take you on a mini behind the scenes tour, and I'll give you a quick glimpse of what we have here in the studio. So the Found and Explained studio. And sorry about the mess, because I'm like a crazy manic guy. So this is the original, if it's going to focus, it's not going to focus. There we go. So this is the original. Oh, it's taking a photo. I don't know why it took a photo then, but there's a photo. Oh. Okay, it's taken a photo. Okay. that was very strange. So this is the computer that we have here. It's the original laptop that I was using for all of my 3D works and stuff like that. Actually, no, that's not true. So I originally used this Macintosh little Mac Air, which was so crazy to use. It was way too much and way too, like, very slow, very, very hot. Never use a Mac to do 3D work. I mean, you can, but it's not very efficient. Then we upgraded to this computer here. And this computer is sort of what I've been using to make a lot of the animations and stuff like that. It's very cool and it's quite clever. And then we get to this computer, which is my new computer that we've been using for all of the 3D sort of stuff that's coming along right now. So you can see that it's like a massive upgrade. So that's what I've invested all of the sort of donations and the Patreon money to get this giant computer here, and I'll do a whole video all about it right now. Great. So I'll just unwind the cameraman who's very... We don't want to have another accident like we did at the beginning of the stream. Great. So let's see. Can we do a video about the MiG-25 private jet? Perhaps. I do find it a very interesting project, but there are plenty of other Russian private jets that we also need to cover. 1 second. Great. I remember seeing you on the stream the first time I watched in the summertime, I think. Oh, thank you so much for coming along. It's only the 10th. It's not Christmas yet, but it was my birthday yesterday. So I like to think that if it's still the 9th of December where you are, this is the birthday present to me. So 200,000 subscribers, which is really quite incredible. And if you're wondering how old I'm turning, I'm actually turning 24. Not really. I wish I was 24. I'm actually turning 32. Yes. So a lot of you do get surprised that sometimes that I'm older than you think I am. But that's okay. Maybe if I look young, you know, that's a compliment in itself. So I do need to do a video on the ME-262. I will do that, but I don't know how to say Messerschmitt. Once I figure that out, I can make the video, because I know that a lot of you... I get very colorful comments about my German pronunciations, and I pretty much think I need to learn German to continue to do videos about German creations. Oh, thank you so much for all of the happy birthdays. I really do appreciate that. Can you please make a video about the new A10 concepts? I definitely think I need to do a video on the A10, the Warthog, because the A10 is very interesting because it was done by Dorna, the original Fairchild Dorna, and they also made commercial aircraft of passengers as well. And they were about to enter the space that's currently occupied by Bombardier and Airbus. Like, they could have been a rival to Airbus today, building the equivalent of an Airbus A220 or even A320. Like, imagine a 737 competitor from the creators of the Warthog. Wouldn't that be incredible? But unfortunately, they were betrayed by Lufthansa. And I have a whole video on my channel about that, which is just really crazy that you just see how they get stabbed in the back and you're like, wow, an airline took out a competitor. Because, of course, Airbus was being made in Germany at the time. Anyway, that's my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. Can I tell you about my intro music? The intro music is just a little jingle that I got when I was just looking. I knew I needed a theme song, and I just found it online somewhere. And so you can probably use it yourself if you want to use it in other things, if you get the rights. But don't, I mean, you know, try to replicate my channel with the same music. Do your own thing. So what do I think about the rumor that the Concorde might make a comeback? Well, I think there's definitely a marketplace for private supersonic travel. As soon as someone makes a profitable private supersonic jet, because rich people are willing to pay anything for tickets, but an actual commercial plane is probably not going to happen. It's the economics just don't make any sense. Unless we switch away to some sort of other type of jet fuel or something like that. If you could make an electronic, battery-powered, like hyperjet, maybe. But I think there's more chance that we'll get space planes going up and then landing on the other side of the planet, because they can go like Sydney to London in 40 minutes. Why fly through the atmosphere when you can go up and over? Like, that's just the superior way to travel until we get teleportation. I should do a video about the new supersonic plane Boom that United is doing. I have 2 videos about Boom Aerospace's supersonic plane on my channel already. So if you jump on there and you check it out, it's great. Thank you so much for the birthday cake. The birthday cake slice. I have, you know what? Let me get my birthday cake. Here we go. I've got my birthday cake slice that in F name, I name, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce that phonetically, but I will take a bite because you gave me a donation. This is my breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet today, so don't tell my personal trainer. So let me finish this because it's rude to talk when you got your mouth full. There is a video on the 111Z in the Patreon section right now that you can go check out. So I have a Masters of Marketing and I was working as an aviation journalist for the website Simple Flying. So I did that for about 2 years and I wrote about 1,000 articles, and then I started to get into doing, I jumped into doing my own videos because there was so many stories to tell and I just wanted to do my own thing. So I jumped into that and I started making my own videos and they started going up crazy, and then here we are. Paper Skies, thank you so much for joining today to celebrate 200 subscribers and the wonderful birthday wishes. If you guys want to check out a really good channel that tells aviation stories with great graphics and great candor rather than just talking about forgotten projects, then jump onto Paper Skies channel and subscribe to them today because they're perfect. Any other questions? Which way do your toilets flush down under? It depends on which way the water comes out of the top of the toilet. There's no such thing as different things spinning around. My name is Nick, yes. And people asking me to send them a link of videos that are on the channel. I literally only have 100 videos, so just go onto my channel page and just scroll down and you might discover videos that you haven't seen that you really enjoy. There really are quite a lot of great videos out there for people to see. Wow, we're already at 221,000. Thank you so much for the donation, Joe Cool. Happy birthday. Every time someone does like a donation or something like that, or subscribes or does something, I'll take a bite. And I've got a lot of donuts here, so I really hope you guys don't, because I don't want to get fat. Welcome to my eating donuts live stream, everybody. Are there any other aviation animated channels that I would recommend? Well, I would recommend Paper Skies. I would recommend Swiss 001. I find his content quite good. I also recommend Mustard. He's got some great stuff, and Wendover Productions as well. And then I also recommend Pilot Photog. He covers sort of fighter jets and other stuff like that. Then there's also Ryan Boomer, who does like sort of aviation landing, and he has tons of old content of crazy old aircraft, like, you know, old liveries of United's first plane and stuff like that. That's really quite cool. And there is another guy who I need to find out, who does incredible old videos. Sorry, this is unprofessional. I've forgotten the name, but he does old airlines. Like, whatever happened to this airline and when did they go bankrupt? And he was kind of the inspiration for my Grounded series, where I was talking about defunct airlines. So I also want to mention, guys, that I've got a new video sponsor called Ironside Computers. They're helping me do fantastic new animations and I've got a discount for 5% off your own computer. And they were able to source parts for like reasonable market prices in this crazy economy. Because as you know, I need a good graphics card in order to make my animations. But these guys were able to get it for me at a reasonable deal instead of competing on like the auction marketplace. So go check them out. They're ironsidecomputers.com, and I put a link down in the description. And you don't forget, you get 5% off. So Fort Walton Beach has given me $5. So here we go. Another bite of the donut. Do I have any friends? The planes are my friends. I mean, of course, I've got some friends that are completely outside of YouTube. I try to keep those worlds separate. But inside the YouTube world, I have a few friends that I would love to mention. There is a channel called Dammit Jeff that does incredible sort of tech reviews. There is a music channel called Longest Solo Ever, who is an incredible like music channel. So go check out Longest Solo Ever as well. And he's almost at 200,000 as well. So definitely go check him out. And there's many others that if they're in the comments right now, if you're my online digital friend, just make a mention and I'll give you a shout out as well. So let's answer some more. Oh, Real Engineering is another fantastic channel. I really need to reach out to them and talk about doing collaboration. So who builds my 30 or 3D models, I think, and who does my animations? So I have a friend who helps me out with some of the 3D models. I just don't have the time to sit down anymore. I'm one person. So I could spend like 2 weeks making a 3D model when this person could spend 2 weeks, and then I could spend 2 weeks like writing scripts or doing voices or animating. But I currently do all the animations. So someone makes the model, but then I animate it completely with the skies, the cameras, all the effects, like all the train that you saw coming the other day. It was like, that's all me. So a lot of people accuse me of having like some shop in India who makes my animations like mass production. That's actually not true. That is... I wish, because that means I would get sleep and I would have time to hang out with my friends and family and spend Christmas with them. But no, here I am doing a live stream for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm not blaming you guys. But no, I don't currently have anybody who does the animations. First time seeing my face, I'm really handsome. Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm very sweaty because I ran home from the gym to make this live stream today because I really wanted to be here. So do that. Do I have any video about lifting bodies? I'm not sure. Do you mean like span loader designs? Can ducks fly? Could you reply to that? Glamorous Titanic 21 says, my grandmother was a flight stewardess on Continental back in the 1960s. She quit in 68 and she married my grandfather. My dad came 6 years later. Oh, that's a nice story. How long does it take me to do a video? It takes me about a week to produce a video from on my side, to like sit down and do it. But if I sat down and did everything myself without like any 3D render time, so imagine that I quick render, or I've set up a scene, I quick render, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 days, depending on the complexity of the 3D models. Have I ever flown or built model planes? No, but I would really like to, and I think I'm gonna try and hunt that around. Any aviation genre that you have played or take interest in? I really want to sit down and play Ace Combat. I think I'll do that in January. I'm going to buy some video games and I'll set up some streams. We'll play Microsoft Flight Simulator, Ace Combat, and just like actually have some fun because I'm a little bit tired of just like grinding all the time. Okay, Jake has asked me a question and also sent a donation. So I'm going to have a bite of the donut. Again, I've got 4 donuts here, so we're not going to run out of donuts, but you can see I've already eaten half and I'm starting to feel sick because it's very sugary. And Jake has asked a question for the $5 donation, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. How does Simple Flying work? Is it owned by a mass media conglomerate or one person? Seems confusing. Simple Flying is owned by Aaron Rice, who is a wonderful person, who is, I believe, like 23 years old, like genius. So he makes a whole bunch of different sort of media, but it's a private owned company by someone who loves planes and a whole bunch of reporters that all work together. It's not owned by a big company. Nicholas Scott says, sorry guys, Nicholas Scott says, I absolutely loved your video on the Rockwell International Star Raker. Thank you so much. I loved that too. That is a great video and I'm very proud. I love the intro. If you can for me today, go back and just rewatch the intro part. You don't have to watch the whole video, but that intro I think like is pretty exciting. It's like an alternative history if it actually happened. Oh yes, Captain Blogger is here. He's in the chat. He's one of the cabin crew and staff. I will need to elevate you as a moderator of the chat here. I can't do it right now on this computer, but I can do it on the other computer. Wait, hold on. Paper Sky says, the background music doesn't correspond how quick subscribers are growing. Let's get this part started. Thank you so much. Wallagook? Waligi? Well, Wallagy is one of my other online friends, and it's a channel you should definitely check out. He's really quite great. I'll see if I can bring it up here for you guys to see. Oh, let's see that. And this is really out of date, this one. Okay, we'll just let that catch up, because that's really far behind. So what's the next video? I don't know. You'll have to subscribe to find out, or become a Patreon or channel member to see it right now. That's right, there is a video that you can watch that's found and explained sitting in the private area. And it will come out eventually for free. All my content is, none of it's blocked behind anything. Although, that being said, I have a draft of a video that I'm going to cut down because it's like 20 minutes long and it's me just waffling on about a topic. So that may remain a exclusive behind the scenes video, but you'll see the actual better version for free when it comes out eventually on my channel. So any other questions? If anyone know the link to the music, tell me. I'm not sure. Which music are you looking for? Lifting bodies are things like the X24. Okay, I'll need to do a video on lifting bodies and I'll have to have a look at it. Matthew Thompson says he loved the Lockheed flatbed video. Thank you so much. I loved it too. I'm shocked I didn't do it sooner though. I really thought I had like already done a video on it like a year ago. And then it turns out that it was a full project that everybody knows about that I never covered. So, thank you for answering my questions. Yes, Hudson Gray, thank you so much for joining today. Remember, kids, don't eat too much sugar or you turn out like me. Exactly. Thanks, T. Otis. Have I thought about doing breakdowns of fictional vehicles from TV and movies like Enterprise or Battlestar Galactica? So, I have actually thought about doing that. I think it would be a fun little video of me sort of reviewing aircraft that are a little bit sort of different. It would be a very different type of content on my channel, but I think it is something that maybe people would enjoy. But it's something that maybe I'll do on a second channel. I haven't really decided yet if I should maybe chuck it onto Aviation Station or something like that. Yes, I would love to play a simulation game with an expert YouTuber or player. I'll have a look around and see if there's another big YouTuber who's a great simulation player, who would love to teach me the ropes. Imagine getting like virtual flying lessons with someone. That would be great. Can I please do a video on the various different, Darkshade says the various different German planes. I will definitely do that. I don't have any thoughts about the Rocket Lab Neutron rocket. I haven't actually checked it out. You do apologize, but I haven't sat down to do any videos on that. Hey, Coral T. Coral T is another great channel that you guys should check out. He's come to celebrate with us today. It's he does animations, and they're very good. And they must take a very long time to do. So if you're looking for some sort of history animations, go check that out. I like to watch his content all the time. Congratulations on 200K. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, we're here to celebrate. What got you into the oddball inventions of history that never came to be? Because I like cool, like, forgotten projects that are like, you go, no, that's crazy. Like, you just start reading about them, and the projects that you see most of the time in the media and stuff that they talk about are pretty benign. They're like, oh, they designed a 747 with 747X with 2 decks. And you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then you read about like a supersonic double-decker twin fuselage plane that could carry 1,000 people and fly at like Mach 3, and you go like, why the hell is nobody talking about how awesome this project is? So it definitely is something more that I would like to do. I have, Ken Ducks Fly asks, do I play Kerbal Space Program? I have played it. I stranded like 3 people on the moon and 1 in orbit, and then I felt very guilty and I stopped playing. So they're still in my game, like circling around the planet or something like that. What's my favorite Australian-made aircraft? Probably the Boeing Loyal Wingman. It's the first like proper combat drone that flies along with sort of other aircraft, and there's a video on my channel. Airwolf would be a great idea for a second channel fictional discussion. I really think so. I really think that's a great idea for a channel. I'm going to write that down, because if I did just a channel where we're using the same sort of 3D modeling and animation, but talking about fictional things. So Found and Explained can be real, and then the other one can be fictional, and I can talk about the lore and stuff like that. Because I feel like that it wouldn't really mix with the main channel. Then maybe this new channel could be like, instead of Found and Explained, it's like Lost and Confused. So what's the intro music for my channel? It's literally just like some stock music. It's not something I can link to because it comes from a pack that I bought like 10 years ago for video production work. So, and I don't want to release that to the internet. Out of all the projects you've researched, which one do you wish would have actually been built? So the space plane, the Rockwell space plane, is definitely the project I wish was built. You know, I think it's a fantastic project, but you know, we would have cities flying in the sky. But apart from that, I think the second project that should have been built should have probably have been the probably like a different large transport aircraft, like the Lockheed Super Large Transport or the MD-12. I think that having Boeing and Airbus is good, but it would have been good to have like a third competitor. It always surprised me that Lockheed or Douglas or Rockwell or none of those other guys ever got into the same space as the Boeing 737. Why did the 737 become so successful, and yet all these other companies just never ended up making it? So Found and Explained, the Rocket Lab's Neutron rocket had some unconventional engineering and design ideas. You should definitely check out the 10-minute presentation. I will check that out for you to have a look. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start to wrap up the live stream here today. I've been hanging out with you guys for a bit. Let's see what the final one was. We got to 234, which is such a great accomplishment. I really did want to show you guys some pretty cool stuff on here today, but I'm not going to leave you completely hanging. I'll have to try and figure out, oh, hey, Lost Aurora, you're coming right at the end of the live stream. But I'm going to show you a sneak peek just before I end the live stream today. So just stay here. Check this out. So this is going to be, I'm making a video for the special today, and I want you guys to see this. So check this out. So this is a Russian version of the Airbus A380 that I am doing here today, and I can't wait for you guys to see the full video on the channel when it comes out. I have no idea if that actually focused correctly, but we will have to see. If it didn't, I'll just chuck it up on chat, or we'll have to find out. So I'll just watch my actual stream when it comes through, and then I will close it off. Oh yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, you guys can see that. Anyway, you'll just have to wait to see the final stuff. So any last little questions to see? Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Nicholas Scott says, thank you for the channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Hi. Yes, the Sukhoi KR860. I do have a video on my channel about it, but don't watch it because I'm remaking it as the special for 200K. So that's exactly it. And then Melancholy says he had a dream where the CL1201 just flew in. I mean, it says it landed on a football stadium, but trust me, it wouldn't be able to fit on a football stadium. The thing was like half the size of New York. So your dream had been quite small. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today to celebrate 200,000 subscribers. And I am so excited to see you in the next live stream, in the next video, and as we march towards 300,000. Let's see if we can do it a little bit quicker. Instead of 6 months, I'm being greedy now. I'm being greedy. But instead of 6 months, let's see if we can do it in 5 months. What do you say? 300,000 people? Like another 100,000 in 5 weeks? I know that we can do it because I believe in us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today. And I can't wait to see you when I find the button to end this live stream in the next video. Take care, guys.